What's up, y'all? Before we get started tonight, we just want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Podcorn. Podcorn is a marketplace connecting podcasters to an amazing podcast sponsorship. We know we have some listeners who run podcasts of their own, so we wanted to give you an opportunity to use this platform. We are personally using this service to find some advertising for the pod, and we recommend it to others. We'll put a link in the show notes so you can start using Podcorn yourself. Enjoy the sexy season.
Hey guys, producer Devin here. I just wanted to jump in real quick and let you guys know that we recorded this episode Wednesday night before all the suspensions of play happened and everything kind of went down there. Literally 5 minutes after we got the recording, that's when the NBA made their decision to suspend play, and then obviously everything Thursday happened with MLS and whatnot. So obviously there's some things in this podcast that are not true. Obviously there's no game this weekend. All the events are obviously not going to happen. But the conversation with Toux really makes this episode great. So thanks for listening. And without further ado, here's the podcast.
No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly. Fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care.
From the Secret Center City Studios.
I'm the capo. He's the prez.
And this is Sons of Ben,
The
Pod. Adam, welcome back to Sons of Ben, the Pod. I got back from Central Florida, the home of boy bands and shuffleboard.
I was pretty sure you're going to retire down there full time.
I lost my money playing shuffleboard against old ladies, and I couldn't make a boy band, so I'm back.
There is a mainline shuffleboard club if you even need to hone your skills before you return to Central Florida.
I really don't want to go back to Central Florida.
They got gators.
No, everything's dead. They got mice and Harry Potter and boy bands, and that's pretty much all they have in Central Florida.
First off, are you talking about my boy Harry?
I'm talking about your boy Harry. But now, talking about our boy, our favorite people in the world, did you see who's behind you in the Secret Center City Studios?
I try not to look behind me too often. I try to look forward in life, Matthew.
Well, you might want to look to your side because it's probably the biggest guest we've ever had, and I don't mean by stature, but our biggest guest in the studio, he is the Ring of Honor.
The One Ring.
The One Ring.
To rule them all.
And then he's also the Legend of the Larimer, Mr. Sebastien Toux.
Seba.
What's up, guys?
Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, thanks for letting Adam try to kidnap you to get you in here.
Yes, I know. I'm pretty scared right now.
Look, man, the bag. I tried to make this bag smell like French onion soup on purpose, so it was like, it made you feel a little more comfortable.
French onion soup.
Jesus, I
failed at that too.
I can't even get my cliches right. This is terrible.
French toast would be great, but
Ooh, French toast.
Well, we got him a good croissant. I shouldn't say that. We'll get into that later.
It was a delicious croissant that
Yeah.
I've consumed already. I'm sorry, Gijo.
Wow.
Yeah.
You took our guest's croissant.
Look, man, I enjoy French culture as much as the next guy, so.
Good to know. So, as we said, Union legend, probably the only player I think could relate to the trials and tribulations of being a Sons of Ben Union fan is Sebastien Toux, because you've been here since the beginning. You left, you came back, you left, you came back, and now you're here. So we just kind of want to catch up and see what's new with Sebastien Toux and what are you doing with the Union and what's new?
I mean, what's new is, I'm retired from playing soccer, as you all know, but, I still kind of like be involved with the team a lot. I do some stuff, with the youth development right now, be involved with like the summer camp a lot this year and, try to involve them with a lot of club, around Philadelphia and find some cool ideas. We can have more kids, knowing about the Philadelphia Union and playing soccer in the region. So it's pretty fun to do that this year. And at the same time, I'm involved as well with the foundation. So doing lots of cool stuff this year with them as well. And, something might come up in the next 1 or 2 weeks about an announcement of a position as maybe, let's say, ambassador of the team. But it's something very cool, which, I always kind of like embrace this city and its club. So I'm very, honored to be a part of that. So it's pretty cool. And as you know, I'm on the broadcast since last year, so I'm keeping doing this year. I love doing it. I love talking about, every game and all the new player and what's going on with this team because I want them to win and I love them. So it's lots of fun for me.
Adam, so much information. All right, one, we got breaking news.
Do we know?
There's going to be something about Sebastien and the foundation.
I mean, it should be.
Oh, yeah. Two, working with David Pettigan and those guys with is it the youth outreach?
It's a youth development, they call
Youth
it.
development. So
Yes.
it's not the academy for people that don't understand. This is where the union's actually reaching out to the local clubs, the Medfords of the world and the Cherry Hills and that kind of stuff, and helping their programs. So like the soccer dads that are stuck being the coach, a la Jeff Mitchell at Roxbury United, guys that might not know the game. Sorry, Jeff, just kidding. But to help them develop a program to help bring that talent. So if those kids weren't that shining star, maybe they can be at one point, which is a great thing that the union's doing with that. And then the broadcast, huh?
Yes, I guess my English is very good enough so you can all understand me. And I love the game and I love the team. So, I always wanted to be involved with that. And I'm glad that, last year I had a very good experience with Dave and Marissa, doing it with me. And it was a lot of fun. So we are going to do it again this season.
Now, for the outsider that looks in to games when you guys are in the studio, it looks like you guys are trapped in the back of a van and they've got the heat on. Is this true, false, or is it a real studio?
I have to say the last game it was pretty tight. It was a very small desk, and it sounded like very very tight in a how we say the studio. Sorry, and
So it's not a van.
it's not a van. I'm sorry if you thinking it was a van. It's not a van.
It's a Winnebago.
But now it's going to be much better. We're going to have, I think, a new desk hopefully by the next away game, and it's going to be much better, much more space, and you are not going to see us as three faces so tight close to each other.
It won't look like a half picture of Mount Rushmore.
I'm just
It'll be the full.
I'm
that'll
still
be
just
great.
imagining Sebastien and Lutu just like sitting down with like a sheet from IKEA, putting together the desk with like Adam Can in the background looking like disapprovingly in the back.
Come on, Tim McDermott, we can do better. Come on, Tim, spend some money.
It's not that. It's going to be much, much better. I don't give you what's going to be, but it's going to look cool. I
Now,
think
is
so.
Adam going to be part of the broadcast too?
Not that much, but for a few games probably he will come and join us along and bring
All right,
his
you-
insight.
You need to do us a favor. You need to help him with the tie. We talked to him about that, but that tie, it looked,
Okay.
We talked to Adam about that.
I mean, kind of give him a few words.
Because you look good. The suit looks good. The tie looks good. Adam looks
I
good. Don't get me
try.
wrong. Adam's a handsome man. We love Adam, but that tie,
Quite the handsome man.
he looked like a tie from Anchorman. Like Ron Burgundy kept tying that tie. That's what it looked like, and I was like, "No, man, it's not. It's not 1970, Adam. Come on, you can do better."
Okay, I will bring him shopping before the next one.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
To Ventresca Limited.
Don't pimp them yet. we didn't get a sponsor.
We did
out of
actually
them.
not get a sponsor yet. We all got was a
yet,
gift card.
No, the only thing we got from Ventresca was when did we beat Sebastien and Matt Freeze in a trivia game? That's
Look,
right,
man.
we did.
It hurts me that I beat club legend Sebastien Lutu and the pride of Wayne, Pennsylvania, Matt Freeze.
You mean
But,
future
know.
Olympian Matt Freeze?
Future Olympian Matt Freeze, because the U23s are going to get it done for the love of America.
That's what I like to hear. So
I do not recall this.
don't worry, we've got it on loop on video inside the studio.
I do not recall them having the worst questions in the history of soccer.
Speaking of not recalling Adam,
Oh, my life.
we have the beer of the pod.
What is it?
It is the Brawler from Yards.
This is what I've been drinking the whole
That's
time.
what you've been drinking the whole time. We record and re-record because of technical difficulties, but we won't bash on the producer for that. Not
I
at all.
do like us peeling behind the curtain like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, definitely. So we have the beer of the pod is from one of our original OG sponsors for the Sons of Ben. Is from Yards. It's Brawler. It's a sessionable English brawler, and I quite enjoy it.
I like how they call it a champion ale because I believe the Union will be experiencing a championship this year. It's going to be a fun time.
I hope so.
A sexy season.
And then we have to also thank We Were Fed.
We were fed. I appreciate that on top of it. I'm actually just getting the raspberry gelato out of my teeth now, and I love it.
So Adam stole a croissant that was meant for Sebastien.
I didn't steal it. I just, made sure that...
You licked it in front of him, said mine.
Okay, that's kind of stealing. A little, I mean, it's not stealing. It's repossessing, if anything.
It's okay. I just came back from France and I got plenty. So you
His
can have
cup
some.
runneth over with croissants. I was helping him out. Less carbs.
Right. So we have to say thanks to Gigio Adelice because he brought us some pizzas, croissants, gelato, and just happiness.
Always hooking the squad up is Gigio and Liche.
It was
Yeah.
delicious. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gigio. So thank you very much. And producer Devin's got a note here to hint at the 2SP thing.
Devin just
So-
wants to talk.
He
I respect
here's,
that.
Here's the thing. We're gonna have some big news with 2SP, but we're not telling Devin yet.
Delco.
Go ahead. What do you?
How
got?
did I find out? If I have it on here, what am I hinting at?
I have no idea. It must have
You
been an
said
old
something
note.
really confusing there, man. I'm not going to lie,
probably
but I'm
did.
here for it.
Yeah, but no,
That's what I'm here for.
so 2SP is a new partner. They will be at the tailgate along with the Larimer and Yards, and we will have probably in a week or two a big announcement regarding the Sons of Ben, regarding beer, and regarding 2SP Brewing. That's all I'm saying right now.
You know, I really feel that if we do anything really well at the Sons of Ben, it's collaborating with beers. I think it's something we've done very well with the beers.
That and singing off-tune songs.
Yeah, I mean, we have that down to a science, though. I will say our Bohemian Rhapsodies are as in tune as any Wayne's World take will give you.
All right, let's get back to the guest because unfortunately he's had to hear a lot of these off-tune songs. For the good and the bad.
Yes, and I have to say, not being from America, I never know what was the lyrics of your song. Beside one of the songs you made for myself, which was very nice, so I knew this one. But all the other one was very hard to understand.
It's hard for us to understand up there too.
Okay, good.
So I don't think it's you. I don't think it's the English, the translation. I think it's the beer.
I think it was too, but I didn't want to say.
But so doing our show prep, I was like, it's kind of amazing. You came over from France as a young man,
Yes.
right to Seattle.
Technically, I went straight to Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas.
Yep. I did the tryout over there.
that's right.
I stayed months at the FC Dallas. I didn't sign there, but I flew straight to Seattle for another tryout, and I signed in Seattle just to make it as a short story. Lots of things happened, but as a short story is what happened. And I signed with the USL team. Love the life in America. Love my team. We did a very, very awesome season. I did an awesome season as well as a player, and from that I kind of just surf on the positive and be the first player to sign in MLS for the Sounders. So it was
I was just gonna say you were the first MLS
Yes.
signing for the Sounders, and I think we've got a sitcom here because a young man comes from France and goes to Seattle. I mean, what was that experience like? I mean, you talk like if I left Philadelphia and you dropped me in Seattle, I think I was in a foreign country. So I
I
can't
mean-
imagine coming from France.
I mean, I have to say, for me, the weather was perfect because it's exactly the same weather than I'm from in France. So I was not too worried about that compared to the Philadelphia weather. When I came here, I was like, well, am I? But
Why is it so hot?
yeah, and so cold at the same time.
Right? Why is it cold and then 70 in a same week?
It's like the people. We're hot and cold, and that's it.
It's a reflection on the culture.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I just I'm not shy, as you know. I will just enjoy, kind of discovering a new life, new country, new people, new teammates, new team, new way to kind of play soccer, and I just really embrace it. And I was lucky. The only disappointment I had, it's when I came, I thought I was able to see the Grey's Anatomy hospital, but I got told that it doesn't exist. So it was kind of like a big deception.
Welcome to America.
Look,
Yeah.
I got the same feeling when I found out Patty's Pub was actually in Los Angeles, so I understand that.
There's a Patty's Pub in Philly.
The one that we
Right.
know is in Los Angeles, okay? The one
okay.
that they made in Old City is a replica, but that's
Right.
not the same.
Adam's disappointed about a fictitious pub.
I'm
Just-
all
we can never
about
take you to
authentic.
Boston then, because
Look.
Cheers isn't Cheers.
Also, fun fact, Shazam, the one they shot half of that in Philadelphia, most of it was in Toronto.
Cheaper taxes, cheaper taxes.
I mean, I respect that.
But to finish on Seattle, I really loved it, and I had an awesome 3 years over there. So I always enjoy to go back over there.
And then,
And then I got picked in a real expansion draft, which was a name which I had no idea what it was. And And I got a call from Peter Novak at, I think it was maybe 5:30 a.m. for me because it was 8:30 a.m. for you. I didn't answer. Because I didn't know the phone number and I don't answer phone number I don't
What
know.
is this area code?
Exactly. So
Wait, what area code? Was it a 215 or was it from Trinidad and Tobago? I mean,
don't know.
I think Peter's got a lot of different phone numbers.
Barbados.
It was a 215, I think. But I didn't answer. He left me a voicemail and I just listened to it and I was like, I guess I just got picked by the Philadelphia Union.
Did you know you were in the draft or?
I knew, yeah, because I
Okay.
knew that Seattle didn't protect me.
Okay.
So I knew I was in the draft, but I didn't know what it was because it was kind of like the first time. And I was like kind of discovering about American rules and...
No, that's just the MLS rules. I don't even think that's American
yeah,
rules.
We're all still discovering
MLS
about
rules,
them.
Sorry.
Yeah, we still
MLS
can't figure
rules.
out TAM, GAM, or drafts, so.
I'm the same way, so don't worry. So I just, I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to play for Philadelphia, but I had no idea, about Philly, what was the city, what was going on, and kind of like do it all over again what I did 3 years ago coming to Seattle.
And now you're here. You're stuck.
And I'm stuck because, I like the same. Came here, embrace the city, embrace the fans, embrace the life here. And luckily, I had a very, nice first season here. And
Oh, yeah.
we had an awesome second season too with the team. And from that, I just kind of I just wanted to play here forever. But it didn't happen because I got traded.
We remember.
Not me wanted to get traded. I'm just telling you that. And you all
Not
know
us.
that. Not you guys too, for sure.
That was by far one of the saddest press conferences I ever saw. Was Toux was they was explaining I got traded, I don't want to go, and you saw it in his face where you were just like, oh my god, he actually doesn't want to go because I'm the first person to be someone comes to Philadelphia and they're just okay, so how do I get out of here? How do I, especially from Europe, they're just oh no, now I'm here in Philly, and I'm just I'm waiting for them to just be escape. But no, he was just no, I authentically want to be here. I don't want to leave. And I was oh, that's so nice. I appreciate that so hard.
So yeah, I mean, it was very very hard for sure. So quick episode in Vancouver, quick episode in New York, and so happy to be able to get back and play again for the Union.
Did he say New York? Because I swore he was in New Jersey, not New York.
I'm pretty sure it was Harrison, New Jersey.
Oh,
is what he
okay.
was telling me.
Okay. We don't talk about that team that much.
That,
but,
no.
yeah.
Okay.
They're definitely not New York.
That was a
Sorry.
very dark time.
Yeah. That
when
was,
Toux as a Red Bull was a very dark time.
that was. It might have been my only time during a Red Bull game. Anytime you would touch the ball, I wouldn't boo. I would just go. And that would be it. You're okay, I'm not going to boo. I'm not going to cheer. I'm just going to, maybe I'll go to the bathroom and then tell me what happened.
I am an adult trying to process emotions, and I'm not doing it well.
It's my parents are married over 50 years. I couldn't process that this happened. I'm this is what the divorce kids feel like.
It's the first major divorce of my life. I can't handle this.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. So we're going to erase all that pain. So we're going to go from Sebastien came 2010, great season 2011, and we're going to forget from after 2011 until now, because that's what I'm doing as a Union fan. I'm forgetting everything else until last season and now. So I remember 2010, 2011, last year, and now this year.
That's a good gap of forgetting.
I think it works.
That's some eternal sunshine of the spotless mind right there.
Well, after last week, I was a little angry. Now I'm going to be happy.
That was, look, man, after coming off the greatest tie in team history, let's be real.
That's what we want to talk about a little. And we do not do a lot of X's and O's, so we don't get into formations and this. We just kind of go, hey.
How do you feel about the diamond, Sebastian? I have questions.
No, you don't. Not on this podcast.
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
other podcasts. But we did. LAFC might be, I think, could be the best team in the league.
It can be for sure.
And the guys, they step for step the entire time. I'm assuming you stayed up late to watch that game?
I did not. just because I was in France and I was asleep. So I woke up and I checked my phone right away and I saw 3-3 and I was like checking my, I was like, really? 3-3? And
But
yeah,
how?
they did it. So I was, a little bit surprised, especially after their performance in Dallas. But they really answer. I saw, all the big highlights. I need to watch the game tomorrow because I taped it, so I'm going to watch it. But
I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was 3-3.
I know. I know that. I saw the big highlights. So no, it was an amazing, I guess, performance for them over there, and to get minimum with 1 points and almost got the win. It was I think
Yeah.
great for everybody, even to just watch the game. To be a soccer fan, it was a good entertainment game to be able to like stay late, especially for you guys, and watch it. Knowing you have a
I taped it. I had every intention of at 10:30. I was going to watch the first half and then probably go to bed because I had to work Monday morning. And by halftime, I go, "Oh no, I'm in. I'm not leaving the couch." So I went back. I got to bed around 1:30.
all my friends, the people I talked to, told me exactly the same thing.
Yeah. I just don't put up a bottle of wine. Don't tell my girlfriend. But yeah, I polished off that wine, babe. Sorry. Watched the game and then passed out and woke up at 5:36 for work, and I was pretty much useless the rest of Monday.
Look,
which is usual, but that's okay.
There's a lot of people talking on the random social media saying like, "Oh man, it's 10:30. I'm not going to stay up for the game." And like, look, man, if you had to get up early on Monday, I respect that hustle. I'm not going to, bemoan you. But I'm going to say 80% of the people who did not say they were going to do that probably stayed up anyway, especially after the Sergio Santos goal. Because it was just like, look, once that goal goes in, you can't go to bed then. Like if you were watching the first half and you see that, you're like, okay, I gotta.
Now I'm glad you mentioned Sergio Santos' goal because I want to talk about two things that happened last week.
Yeah.
One, we had a listener question,
Yes.
and then I think they said, "Is Sergio a bust?"
So here's the thing. I'm not going to rag on him because I also said we were going to lose LA.
I wanted to bring that up too
Yeah, and I wanted to get ahead of that.
because Adam said we were going to lose. What did I say?
It was a. Did you say tie?
I said a tie. I said
Look.
1-1. I said it was going to be a defensive game. I was wrong.
You were so wrong.
I was so wrong.
No one
but at
played
least I
defense.
had the points.
The only person playing defense was Ray Gaddis for 12 seconds, but other than that, that was it.
Well, you don't have to play defense when you have a center back that can hit a 40-yard bullet.
I'm just curious if that qualifies as the Norwegian space program because I'm not sure, but that was a rocket.
I still can't say, properly pronounce his name, but I
Jackie
think
Gleason's, right? Yeah.
I'm going to say
Glessness.
Jackie Gleason's. Jackie.
Jakob
Jakob Glesnes.
Jakob,
Glesnes.
or the Norwegian Nightmare.
Glenn.
Norwegian Nightmare.
I'm okay with Norwegian
Yeah,
Nightmare.
like Christian Okoye, but Norwegian.
We're doing nationality-based nicknames are the best. Let's be real.
It's easier than pronouncing his name because
It a little
only
bit.
Sebastien could do it.
All right, and I appreciate that.
I try.
Sebastian's here to help us out. So no, I mean Andre Blake was Andre Blake 1.0. So
Saved a point. I like at the end of
Without a
that one save on the header. It's like in the 80th minute. I mean, saved a point straight up.
so if you can't get excited, you should be because this Saturday it's the home opener.
We're gonna blow right past El Brujo here. You got to mention him. Come on.
Oh, true.
Come on.
That was the
Fight
other
Club?
thing. El Brujo looked like Rocky Balboa after Rocky 1.
See, everyone kept doing that comparison. I was here to just say he looked like Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Oh,
That was because I mean, Rocky had it, but like that just like the chunk of skin missing from his face that really sold the Tyler Durden. I love.
Tyler Durden was a fictitious character.
Look,
and
man.
Rocky Balboa was real in Philadelphia.
Look,
we have a
man.
statue.
First off, both of these people are both fictitious. Let's be real.
We're not a factual podcast.
We
Adam's
cannot
wrong.
pretend that the New Yorkers actually have say over us saying that Rocky's a real person. Rocky's not a real person. We have to make that real.
Sebastian looks defeated now.
So I'm sorry, Sebastian. Rocky's not a real person.
Fuck off.
Rocky's not real.
He's got a statue. You only do statues for real people.
Like,
It's
listen,
not Disney.
I was listening to the Eyes of a Tiger when I was 10 years old, so he was pumped me up before game. So don't tell me that.
Yeah,
All right,
don't,
Rocky's
don't ruin
real.
things.
Clobber Lang is not real.
Sebastian's going to make a comeback like Rocky did. Okay?
Please don't.
I wish.
That's how we get Creed 3.
So anyhow, I mean, Home opener. Any thoughts for the home opener? You'll be working the broadcast booth.
I will be working at the broadcast booth.
You want to come to the tailgate beforehand with us?
I will definitely maybe get a beer. Yes, it'd be nice, but not as much as
As
I am
Adam?
right now, so I can still speak
Look,
English.
man, the brawler is delicious. I can't help it.
Okay.
We
But yeah, so now I will definitely be there. But yeah, sort on the thing. I mean, it's a hope opener. I've been to many of them, and yeah, there's nothing like it. It's just the excitement of, I'm sure every player can feel right now to just, be back home. Especially having a good result in LA, it's I think some confidence coming back to them, and getting the first win. It'd be awesome. So
Yeah, and we might have probably the best weather we've had for a home opener in 10 years.
yes.
The tailgate starts at 3:30, so we've got a note that we're looking for volunteers. I think we're getting pretty good with the volunteers. The tailgate numbers, I'm shocked. As long as I've been involved with tailgates, we've never had this many people this early. Usually it's like Thursday, Friday, the numbers jump into the hundreds. We're already getting up there. I'm going, man, people are optimistic. So if you didn't renew your membership, renew it so you can get the discounted tailgate. If not, no forgiveness. Kate won't let you do that. She'll charge you the extra $5, $10, $20. She'll shake you down. She don't care. So, tickets are still on sale for the tailgate. It's only $10 if you're a member for an advanced price.
It's not terrible.
That is eating. That is beverages. You know who our sponsors are. And then it's $15
finest.
if you're not a member. So from 3:30 to 6:30, beverages and all you can eat. And we did mention already that Dietz and Watson is a new sponsor too. So I don't know what you're waiting for, but I would get on that. And then the only other news I think we have for the Sons of Ben is we've got Academy Day. And I don't think we told Sebastien what's going on with this.
No, you didn't.
Look, man, we can always mention that it is in America's greatest hometown, Wayne, Pennsylvania.
Wayne, Pennsylvania. The Academy, in all their wisdom, has invited us to have a Sons of Ben Day when they play the Red Bulls. So on the 21st, we're going to go to Wayne, to the Academy.
Okay.
We're going to let members tour the Academy, the school, talk to some teachers, talk to that, and then go into the Academy and root for, they're only going to let us root for the 17s and the 18s when they play Red Bull.
Okay.
But we're going to get to meet some of the players and the parents and go through and tour the Academy, because I know a lot of us have never been. I'm sure you've been.
I've been many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They have a great setup for them, and I have to say, if I knew I was 17 and you were coming to see me play and cheer for me, I'd be pretty excited. So it's pretty cool of you to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty happy that they invited us. I didn't think that was going to happen. But they're like, we think the guys would really like to
100%,
hear
yeah.
that. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we're going to be in
A
Wayne,
PG
Pennsylvania.
version of who we usually are, I'm assuming.
It'll be a PG version, but it is Red Bull parents, so it could get ugly.
It's PG-13.
It won't be our fault. It'll be their
PG-13.
fault. It'll be Tony Soprano and his crew, saying things that we shouldn't say.
And it's free.
It is free. We do have a ticket leap up. Only reason we ask you to register for the ticket leap is so the Academy's got an idea how many people are coming. I can't believe it. We're already in the 40s. So it's happening. So it'll be in Adam's hometown of Wayne, Pennsylvania.
Look, again, always the best. But it's actually, I think we've talked about this for a couple of weeks now, but I think that's a really cool thing that we're going to do. And as we know, our academy, for the hard work that they put in, has turned into one of the better academies in the United States. So it's good to see guys who authentically will be playing professional soccer the next 5 to 10 years. That's really going to be kind of cool.
Yeah. And you've seen a lot of these kids develop over the years. Like, have you gotten to see people like Brendan Aronson develop? Or
I think I probably play with him and all the guys when they were younger, but I don't remember them personally because
Right.
he was lots of kids with me when I went a few times to kind of train with them and just have fun. So yeah, it's just, I think, great for them to be able to have a game with all of you coming, because I have to say, when you play as a professional, the best thing is to have fun in the stadium. Without you, it's not as fun. So it'll be a fun game for them for sure.
It's going to be interesting. And that is the same time, that's the day before DC United. So it's going to be a big rivalry weekend of First, we get to say PG chants against the Red Bull kids, and then we have DC United at home that Sunday.
That's good. It's a little warm up for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to have it's a warm-up.
Now, before you guys move on, I got to do
Okay.
my part here.
Keep us in
Do the
line.
thing you guys hate,
What?
forcing you to talk about topics.
What have
I
we
need
done?
predictions for Saturday's game.
Gotta hate you.
You love me.
What are you? Why?
Come on now.
Why?
We need
Obviously, I
Shouldn't
just
we
made-
let our guest go first? Because
Yeah,
he's
fine.
probably got to do a prediction for the TV, don't you?
No, we don't do prediction.
Oh, so this is
Ah,
another
so
exclusive.
They're a
There
better
it goes.
version of media than us,
There we go.
apparently.
No, we do not. So let me think. Definitely a Union win. After the score, I will say I go for a 3-1 Union.
Oh, see, I say Union win, and I was going to go 2-1.
Adam?
And Adam is thinking,
Okay, so I had the saying that we were going to lose to LA last week, and then we totally did the most dramatic tie ever in a game that honestly we could have won, but that's another conversation for another day. I think that we absolutely blow the doors off of the Quakes. I think 3-1 is a safe bet. If 4-1 comes around, that wouldn't shock me either. I think this is just going to be a dominating performance. And because I said that, we're going to lose 2-1. Okay, enjoy.
So you give 3 prediction in one. That's
Three
very nice.
three predictions in one. It is all right. So it is the realistic prediction, the idealistic prediction, and then the because the world hates me cosmically prediction. Yeah.
what does your DraftKings app look like with you betting at home? Is it just hedging the bets all over the place?
I
or-
literally do the over and the under.
Oh, God. So, again, home opener is going to be great. We do have the tailgate. We do have Stash Bash, which this year is helping out the Tripoli Foundation. So, all donations for that happens to, we used to do a couple other charities, but this is for the Tripoli Foundation based in Chester. I almost forgot that, and Devin didn't keep me on track. And then the other thing, I guess we should mention the elephant in the room. People keep talking about this weird coronavirus.
Okay, so here's the thing.
What is this? I haven't heard of it.
I'm gonna fight you. So here's the thing. I will admit I'm not 100% on this whole thing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the CDC. We're not gonna like. There's too many. This is the thing I hate about social media now. We have too many experts who are now lawyers and doctors and like environmentalists, and it just annoys me. But when the NCAA is saying we're not going to have people in these games, and the NBA is thinking about it, and Serie A's already done it, and the EPL is already doing it, I understand that MLS, more so than a lot of other these leagues, needs physical butts in the seat to make
Right.
money. Like I'm not stupid. I understand that, but it's super weird that a game that's still about like 4 or 5 days off, or 3-4 days off, that we're just like. Might happen. We're gonna wipe down everything, and we're just gonna hope for the best.
Well,
you know.
Judging from my experience, and then I'm going to ask Sebastien because he was just over in Europe and coming back. But for my work, my life got turned upside down. I was supposed to be traveling the entire month of March.
Yeah.
And then everything got canceled because people are precautious, overreacting. You can debate about it. But for me, as long as you're healthy, you're going to be okay if you go to a Philadelphia Union game. You know, use the soap, use the sink, use that water, wash your hands. You'll be okay. If you're not in good health, maybe you should avoid it as a precaution. But other than that, I think we could survive having a game outside.
Also, if you are going to be near people in compromised health, because you can be okay, but then give it to someone whose immune system is not great. So it's like one of the issues personally for me is I know a bunch of people who have autoimmune issues and asthma and things like that. So
Right.
I'm weary of that because the one thing that has been told to me at least is respiratory issues exasperate this thing, even in like healthy people. So I'm like, that's the only thing that's keeping me weary is like I think me personally, like I'm like, okay, I'll make myself precautious, but even if I like get through it and I'm fine, because like Capos, we have interaction, but we're still kind of isolated.
Yeah,
in a
you're
weird
isolated.
way. But it's just like, if I get something and it's just kind of dormant in me, but if I pass it on to someone else who's like, yeah, I'm 65 and I got asthma, and I'm like, then I feel guilty.
Well, speaking
You
as
know?
one of your friends and all your friends, just after this, just quarantine yourself for 2 weeks. We'll be all right. We'll be okay with that. Well, it's called a vacation, Adam.
Yeah, so I'm just going to tell my mom, I can't see you for 2 weeks. I went to a soccer match on Saturday.
She'll
It's
be
okay.
fine.
I'll see you in
She'll
April.
survive. So in France, did they make a big deal over this, or did you even know what was going on?
I mean, it was not a big deal. I mean, it was, we all knew it was going on, but everybody keep living their life, Like, of course, I was, in a metro or whatever. People wear masks sometimes, but
Right.
I'm an optimist. I don't get scared very often. Virus, it is something to take seriously for sure, but it's a big flu. So like you say, if you are healthy, everything, wash your hand, take care of yourself. Don't maybe put your hand on the face of people when you're at the game and, be respectful. But it's...
Don't randomly kiss people.
It's just...
You don't, I mean kind of tell me how to live my life, but don't.
it just kind of like the timing is a bit odd right now. But I mean, I'm just in France. It was fine. I of course took more precaution. Clean my hand, always clean my phone, clean my kind of seats when I was on the plane and everything to make sure I don't.
How was the plane ride?
Easy, very nice.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. No flight didn't get canceled because there's nothing really to
I flew back.
worry that much. But
I flew back from Orlando and I thought I was in a petri dish of germs, but that was just because there's a lot of kids on there, and I'm like,
Any flight from Orlando.
Any
Come on
flight
now.
from Orlando, it's one of the worst. But yeah, that was the only. I was like, whiskey. Yeah, thank you. And I
That'll
came out
kill
healthy.
most drugs.
Yeah.
or,
Speaking of,
bacteria.
pass me one of those glasses you keep hogging. But anyhow,
No is my answer to that.
now Adam.
Yes.
Well, I guess this is more a producer Devin question.
Oh my.
We've got two things.
Okay.
We've got two segments that we do. Should we go right into the negative segment, or do we get so many questions that we have for our guests?
Let's do the negative segment. I like that idea.
All right, well then, why don't you play the song, and then we're going to let Adam read it.
Ooh, cool.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week, you're the jerk of the week. Oh yeah, you're the jerk of the week. I'm looking at you, buddy.
All right, so yeah, thanks for that song, Devin. I'm watching Adam right now, just slowly building into a further and a froth. So Adam, why don't you
This is
tell us
smoldering.
who is the asshat of the week?
The United States Soccer Federation.
Our country? Vis-a-vis?
The United States of America's Soccer Federation, Football Association, whatever blasphemy thing they have in Chicago, Illinois. That thing.
What do they do now?
All right.
Did we lose the World Cup again?
Look. Before I actually have an aneurysm, Devin, give me some quotes on what they gave me.
All right, we're gonna do some quotes here because
Talk to me, young man.
It's just horrible here. So
This is
the
some malarkey.
these are literally from the court papers that they filed today and were made public. The U.S. women's national team and men's national team players do not perform equal work requiring equal skill, effort, and responsibility under similar working conditions. Then also, we got another one.
Please.
We got another one here.
Please.
The point is that the job of a men's national team player requires a higher level of skill based on speed and strength than the job of a women's national team player.
You know what? Okay, so you know what this shit is? This shit right here is the same stuff they heard when they were talking about colleges, okay? When they were like, oh, hey, the kid went to Penn, but like the dumbest kid at Penn is still smarter than the smartest kid at Temple. Well, you know what the thing is? The honest to goodness truth about it is the smartest kid at Temple and the smartest kid at Penn are the same freaking kid. That's the realness, okay? We have a women's national team that has won 4 World Cups. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 World Cups. That's in the pantheon of the Italys, the Frances, the Brazils of the world. I know, but these are some of the finest. This club has shown themselves on the international stage to not only be a dominant force, but to be a overwhelming presence in women's soccer to the point where an American soccer fan can actually have pride in their national team. Because their men's team ain't going to give it to them. Their men's team's going to lose to Trinidad and bleeping Tobago. And you know what the problem with that is? I don't even have any disrespect to Trinidad and Tobago. I actually respect their hustle on taking it to them. But for the love of God, we're a country of 300 plus million humans. We produce some of the greatest athletes on the planet Earth. We have so many Olympic medals, it would fill up several gymnasiums. And we can't find 11 dudes to kick a ball into a net more efficiently than a country that is the size of half of Connecticut. However, we found 11 women who will take on the globe. We'll take on Brazil, we'll take on Germany, we'll take on the Netherlands, we'll take on France in the World Cup in their own country. And we'll win. We'll barely give up any bleeping goals. And you know what they'll say? You play an inferior product. You don't work hard enough. You're not good enough for us to give you a couple of bucks for you to not have to go play overseas every off season just so you can make a living wage. And you know what the thing about it is? When we sell U.S. national team jerseys, who's getting a bleeping Josh Sargent jersey right now? Who's getting a Matt Mazinga jersey? Who's getting a Chandler jersey? No one. But I see Rapinos, I see Presses, I see Morgans, I see Heaths, I see O'Haras, I see Ertzes. The United States Soccer Federation has disrespected not only their national team, but every women's national team on the planet Earth with this sentiment. And this is egregious for a country that has no business dictating anything about soccer, telling that the greatest women's team of all time plays an inferior product to the men. And for them to be on the floats, to be in downtown New York on the floats with them, taking selfies with them as they're parading down with the World Cup trophy, knowing that they were going to screw them a couple months later, is egregious, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
I don't think Asshat of the Week is a big enough trophy, according to Adam.
Asshat of the millennia. I'm here for it. If you can tell me, outside of Sepp Blatter's entire running of FIFA, a more bullshitty thing that I've seen in modern soccer than what I heard today, I'd love to see it.
You know what? I was here with Adam before the podcast, and it's like, what's worse for the Federation? That you win this stupid battle against them, but in the public eye, you're just fucking screwed?
Yeah.
Or do you just bite the bullet, pay them, and everyone's happy here?
Well, they're showing that they're so short-sighted that there's a long game that, yeah.
You think they can outlast this?
We keep talking about, we want to grow the game of soccer in the United States to get on where it's a passion like you have in France or in England, and we're putting everything into the men's.
Yeah.
Where, I'm sorry, I think there are just as many women in the world in the United States as there are men, where we could grow the women's game faster to a whole different population.
Yeah.
That all have jobs too.
Yeah.
That spend money, that have sponsors, but they want to insist on doing the hard thing and trying to grow the men's game and ignore the women's game. I just think it's short-sighted as well as stupid.
They also put the women's
masochist.
game in places like Charlotte, North Carolina, and places like that, and God bless New Jersey, but you didn't put an actual team in New York or Philadelphia in the meantime. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, the United States has the greatest women's soccer program in the history of mankind, and they choose actively to not help it grow.
So they're the winner, and I guess with that, I think we should we gotta get you to calm down, put a fan on you. Sebastian's gonna throw a beer at you. It'll be okay. And I think.
I'm sorry I blindsided France like 3 times in that rant. I didn't mean to.
He almost left.
Like I'm so because here's the thing. I have so much respect for the French World Cup team on both the men and the women.
I watched the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I think the best game was France-USA.
It was a phenomenal game. I loved that game. And it was great. And like France is a host nation for they've also put huge stock into their women's game, and I love that. I absolutely love how France has
they try to make it grow for sure.
It's great, but it's just like it's to me to you, and even if you believe these things to be true, just to say these things out loud, just to put this in print. That was just something to me. I couldn't imagine being another football association to be like, yeah, our most successful team is still not as good as that mediocre team we have. So, we're just not going to pay them as much as like Josh Sargent.
On this topic, this is breaking news on the pod here. This just happened as we're recording.
What?
U.S. women's national team wore their jerseys inside out during warm-ups.
Duh. Yes.
Good for them.
Good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Good. They were disrespected by their homeland.
Good for them.
So let's get back to the happiness that is the pod. That's Sons
Wait,
of
you
Ben,
said there was
the
a
pod.
positive part
There's a
coming up,
positive
right?
part coming
Okay,
up.
let's do that.
We've got listener questions for our special guest, the Larimer legend. I think that's a great nickname for you.
The Larimer legend.
I think Matt should give you royalties as being the Larimer. Not me, not this Matt. Matt Lindemuth of the Larimer Brewing.
I guess we have to talk about it then. But,
Yeah, I think Matt, we have to talk. Like just paying for golf isn't going to cut it. You know?
it's okay.
Maybe a cardboard
Can
cutout.
you beat him in golf?
Let's see tomorrow. I play.
Oh, you're playing. Oh,
The weather's good tomorrow.
I know. Let's enjoy it.
so Lindemuth, it's on, buddy. You're losing in golf. So, producer Devin, we've got some questions,
We got a ton of questions.
and I've got some of my
ton.
own too. So,
So,
we've
This is
got
gonna be a
few.
long
Oh,
segment
yeah.
here, so I hope you're ready for
in the
this.
back here for 5 minutes.
All right, so first one from Anya Jones. How did you get into soccer?
I grew up in France. It's
You grew up in Europe.
There was a
That's
ball
it.
there.
it's I will say it's a major sport, but no, I had an older brother who play, and my dad loves the game as well. So it's always on TV. So I always kind of like went into it. Plus, when I go to school, when you have a little time out from classes, you always play, pick up soccer in the area. So it's always a game I play, but it's not the first game I play in a team. My mom put me in a dance class when I was a kid, so it was not very good. I still have some moves, but
It got you good footwork, though, right?
I don't know. My flexibility was still that bad. So, but yeah, and I play soccer. I started to play soccer when I was 8-year-old.
Well, we're glad that you didn't go the dance route.
Me too.
This one's a quick one here. Messi or Ronaldo?
Okay, I say Ronaldo because I'm a Real Madrid fan. So
There we go.
That'll do it.
Let me see what else I got here. Brian Goldberg asked, favorite memory while wearing the blue and gold?
Jesus,
Got to think about this one here.
so
That's
many.
not a quick question.
How do you
That's
lead into that
Do you
after
go-
Madrid?
what, hat trick in the home opener?
good
Do
one
you
here.
go Ring of Honor? I mean, come on, that's not an easy question. That's
I mean, the
That's from the hard
U.S.
questions
Open
here.
Cup Finals. Like, what are we doing here?
I would say every first I did here, which I did a lot of first.
The firsts.
so. Now I've got a question
Which
for you.
is first hat trick, first home game, first home, first goal at the new stadium at PPL Park at that time. Every time when I came back, I always score the first goal in the first game, and I don't know, all those memory, like just every time I score a goal at home was something special.
That is
Yeah.
the correct answer, and I like that.
All right, now I've got a question for you. I'm going to give you 3 coaches,
Yes.
and then no, it won't be one of those games.
No.
Calm down. So I'm going to give you Novak, Hackworth, Jim Curtin. Who's got the best fashion sense out of those 3?
Fashion?
Fashion.
Jim.
Jim. All right.
I thought the Hackwork rolled up sleeves look had its worth to it. No.
It had, but I just wanted him to say, like, man, Peter couldn't dress for shit. That's what I wanted to hear.
Look, man, I thought no, he had sweater vest. He's fine. No, that's we
I mean, I have to say, since I stopped playing, I can pay more attention of the wardrobe of
I can see it.
of
You
Jim.
You guys-
So
when you played, you didn't go, what the hell is the coach wearing?
not really. I'm not really focusing on that now.
The Bruce Arena tracksuit didn't do it for
Yeah,
you.
you're looking like, are you wearing hospital scrubs?
No.
Like, are you really yelling at me and that's what you're wearing? That's what I would think would go through my head as a player.
No, it's the Bob Bradley turtleneck that I wouldn't be able to take seriously.
All right, Devin, get us back on this
All
track.
right, this was a good one. Speaking of coaches here, Brad Utes said,
Utes. 2 Utes.
this is a good one. Did Coach Novak really say you couldn't wear your pink boots before the first game at Lincoln Financial Field?
It did.
That's why he's got horrible
It
fashion
did,
sense.
and it was like, especially because the day before the game, just the anecdote, we had training at the stadium at the link, and we did like a finishing kind of like type of drill at the end, and I miss everything. I was hitting left, right, field goal, like
You were in a football stadium, so
you name it. So after that, he just came and was like, listen, you cannot wear that tomorrow. It's not possible. I'm like, I'm going to wear it. Don't worry. I'm just going to wash them well, kiss them before the game, and it'll be fine. And it was fine. So after the game, I shake his hand. I was like, so can I wear them now? And yeah. So it was
and he let you wear them?
of course.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I scored a hat trick with him.
I mean, you have to keep him after that.
yeah.
Peter was the stubborn guy. So
He was.
Well,
but
on the pink boots note, JC Simeonetti. All right, we're gonna go with that.
I feel like you should have practiced
Should have. How many pink boots did you have in your career?
I have to say, I mean, when I was with Nike, they did like twice. So it was at the beginning, 2010, and in 2011 they bring back a different vapor, a different type of pink. So I would say like 2 times, and
do you still have them?
I did not. I give them away a lot.
that.
You wish you still had them.
I wish there's a lot of things I give away. I wish I still have, but I have a lot of memorabilia. But I know a lot of things that I don't have anymore.
Right.
Keep this in mind, fans. Next time you're asking for gear from a player, he actually might want that 5 to 10 years from now. Like, he's like, wait a minute, I could have had those.
Jeff Mitchell here is on the Larimer sponsorship train here.
Oh my!
He asks, if the Larimer ever had a Sebastien Toux beer, what kind would it be?
I think right now, which I never really drink that much. I would say since maybe 2 years I retired, I drink more beer and I kind of like know more about it. As of right now, I love hazy IPA. So hazy IPA will be maybe my type of beer.
Well, Hazy Latou.
That's a hazy Latou.
We've all been there sometimes.
We're-
We've all been Hazy Latou sometimes.
Oh, Latou, he's hazier than me. and you.
Only a couple more here. Matt Reebok
Oh, I thought it was for me.
favorite Union teammate during your career?
That's
Another one of these ones.
That's a doozy. Yeah, 'cause I have so many good teammates. I mean,
Name them all.
And it means
give me all
that
of
you
them.
hate everyone else on the
I
team.
seriously, there's not a lot I hate. Maybe a few. No.
Oh, maybe we should have gotten into that.
No, but no, I have so many cool teammates. I cannot say one.
You keep in touch with a lot of guys? Or
Yeah, I mean, I still, every time, it's not like we call each other every
Right.
day, but no, I mean, every time we see each other, everything, it's always like nice. I still have, phone number, but I mean, let's say if you just want to say who I was my roommate in all my career with the Union, I can just tell you who was my roommate, but
well, who is your favorite roommate then?
favorite roommate.
Because you have one guy, you're like, oh, I love you, but
I'm
man.
sitting here waiting for him to say, I hated Nagara. Like, he
No.
just sucked. I hated him.
He was sad.
I'm still talking to Vincent. He's doing good, and
Nogs,
he
man.
missed Philly, so hopefully he'll be
We
back
miss
one day.
Tell him
Nogs.
to come back.
He will come back, I'm sure, for a weekend and come to a game, and we'll be
Warn him
together.
about the pod, because we'll try to kidnap him.
We
and bring
will
him
definitely
on.
take him to the studio. It's not,
Sounds good.
That was a top
I
5
let him
player.
know. But no, I mean, Vincent was one of my roommates and definitely one of my favorites since he's a countryman. We speak French a lot together. I was with Stéphane Migranzi for the, first 2 years, and he became my agent after. So we have lots of history
wow.
together.
Oh, he was your agent? I guess I should have known that, but I didn't know that.
Another, funny story. But I don't know if we have time for that.
We've got all the time in the world.
No, he was playing, and I didn't have an agent, and he was like, listen, Sebastien, when I stop playing, I'm going to become an agent. I will be your agent. Deal? I'm like, all right, become an agent, and you're my agent. And he became an agent, and he was my agent.
Did you make the same deal with Brian Carroll?
No, not really. But he was, but he's taking care of me. Yes.
Oh, good,
Nice.
good, yeah.
No, I just like to know my people, and I just tell them exactly what I want, and it's good.
That's great.
But yeah, no, so many good teammates. I cannot name one. Like, so
All right,
many.
well, I've got another with the coaches. So
Oh,
it's
no.
Peter Novak, John Hackworth, Jim Curtin. Who would you take financial advice from?
I have to say, none.
If you needed to
Because-
move, if you needed to
because-
move a lot of money offshore, I know one coach. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have to go there.
Just a Concha Hawken.
I have to say none because I don't know if they know anything about it.
That's true.
They seem like they're mainly soccer coaches. I don't know if they have any.
I tried baiting him, everyone. I tried.
With a
okay?
little H&R block in there.
All right, what else do we have? We've got to have better questions
We
of
can
mine.
do one more here. I think we kind of already went over this, but we'll ask it again.
Did Union Hulk have one for him? Come on, I know.
Let me
Union
ask this
Hulk
one
had
and I'll
one.
pull
You
up-
cannot.
Let me-
No, he needs to chill. All right,
let me
I love
ask-
the Union Hulk.
I'm gonna ask
Come
this
on.
one. Maybe I'll pull up that one. Ahar asks, "What's your favorite thing about Philly fans?"
It's a passion.
The passion.
And just because I love that if we suck, you boo. But if we are great and you give 100%, but even if we lose, you still like it. You know that what's a true effort and you know who cheat. And that's what I like about it because you speak your mind. And I don't say like whatever you say sometimes it's appropriate, but as a player, you know that you care. And when you're a player, you care too. So it's important for me because I know I always enjoy that. I always enjoy that. You know that, and you have mutual respect between, especially with me because I used to play. So, but I can know that when I was not that good, you let me know I was not that good. But you kind of know too that I kind of give everything at that time, and all right, we are still friends. But but when I was doing good, you were always kind of behind me no matter what, and it's what I like.
And I have to say, as a fan, one of the reasons we loved you was you always worked. We never, and especially as a striker, strikers have got that. They're like the wide receiver in American football, where they're divas and they'll walk around a lot, where you always ran full on. Like, I always wanted to watch your tracking. I'm like, he had to sprint an entire marathon during this game. And I think every fan would see that and go, you know what? I don't care that he went left, went right, field goal. He still busted his ass the entire time. So I think there was always that respect. Yeah, we probably were like, nice field goal or two. Shit, you suck. But everybody at the end of the day were like, still my favorite player because he left it all on the field. So
No,
that's
no,
one of the things we loved about it.
that's why I'm mad too when I watch a game. I'm like, oh my god, why he didn't score this one? But I still like the person sometimes. But it just, I never been like that, like this type of player who just wait for the ball. And I just remember that I love to play, and I always believe that my game when I play was maybe my last one. So I always try to give always 100% because I know I was lucky. I know a lot of you would like to be in my position and be able to play in front of 1,000 fans, and
You don't know my anxiety, sir.
so no, I mean it's I feel really blessed, very lucky about the opportunity I had, and it was just awesome to play in front of you. So it was kind of like I don't need energy. I just kind of like to listen, and it was just kind of like keep me going.
Well, we appreciate everything you did on. We appreciate everything you're doing off the pitch now. And we really appreciate that you showed up to this train wreck of Sons of Ben the Pod.
This is a treat.
Yeah,
No
so-
other way to describe it.
So we don't really know how to say goodbye, except we're going to say, hey, guys, we'll see you on Saturday. And see you Saturday, and next week we'll talk about Saturday.
Remember to wash your hands.
Wash your hands, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Bye now.